Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today I'm going to be standing up for Moist Critical against what I deem to be pretty much unreasonable controversy, criticism, whatever you really want to call it. I don't think it's really that big of a controversy, it's just kind of like some Twitter stuff, but basically Moist Critical is getting what I deem to be pretty unfair criticism over a couple of pieces of content that he uploaded recently. So obviously I feel like, especially since a lot of you pay attention to gaming here on my channel, you probably know that a few days ago, Overwatch 2 officially released, right? It's one of the big releases for video games of the year, and it's a game that pretty much I feel like everybody's gonna try at least once, right? Like if you play first-person shooters and video games like that, a lot of people are gonna be trying Overwatch 2. Well, apparently this is the big crime of the day that Moist Critical committed, and he just did something wrong, man. He played Overwatch 2 after criticizing Activision Blizzard, and that was just the end-all be-all of it right there. So a tweet ended up going semi-viral on Twitter. I'm going to go ahead and show that now. And it shows a video of his that says Activision Blizzard is the most evil gaming company. And then it shows a stream of his a few days ago where he was playing Overwatch 2. Then it shows a video that he made where he was talking about some of the things he enjoyed about Overwatch 2. And then it shows a guy with a cigarette for dramatic purposes. 21,000 people liked this tweet. Now the tweet is specifically calling out Penguinz0 or Moist Critical or Charlie, whatever you want to call him, because months ago he was criticizing Activision Blizzard, calling them an evil gaming company, saying what they do is just completely despicable. And then all these months later, he's playing a product that was put out by Activision Blizzard, okay? That is literally it. That is the crime. That is what he did wrong. Now, I feel like most people can kind of see why that's ridiculous in the first place, but if you're one of these people who for some reason thinks that he's a hypocrite for doing this, or that he's even really deserving of any actual criticism for doing this, I honestly feel bad for you, because I can't imagine living a life where you genuinely think like, oh yeah, if you criticize something, you just can't interact with it, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and I guess put myself out there. What I do, I criticize Call of Duty a lot, right? That's one of the big gaming franchises that I play and criticize. I've made dozens, if not at this point, hundreds of videos talking about the Call of Duty franchise, what's wrong with it, criticizing the developers of the game, criticizing Activision for their handling of the game, just in general talking about different things that are wrong with it, right? So does that also make me a bad person? Does that make me a hypocrite or someone deserving of criticism because I actually play the video games that I criticize? Like, this whole point here just doesn't even make sense. Like, literally nothing about it makes sense, and it genuinely blows my mind that almost 24 people interacted with this tweet in the first place, because it's just fucking nonsense. It's a good thing that people like Charlie actually play the games that they criticize and the things that they criticize, right? Because that shows and indicates that they actually have a level of passion and care behind what they're talking about. If you want reviews, if you want coverage from gamers and people who don't actually play the games that they talk about, just simply go look at any mainstream outlet. They do a perfect job of playing the game for 30 minutes and then never giving an actual different opinion other than, this game transforms the direction of the entire franchise. The new features elevate the game to a level not previously seen before. 8 out of 10. Video Game Donkey did a whole video talking about this. So I think it's a good thing that people like Moist Critical and myself actually play the games that we criticize and play the games from companies we criticize. That gives you more of an inside perspective, you know? That gives you the opportunity to like actually know what the fuck you're talking about when you criticize something. I don't know what these people think like actual criticism's about, like you just can never interact with anything. That's like saying people who own iPhones can't criticize the monopolistic nature of Apple Incorporated, right? It's just actual nonsense. It makes literally no sense whatsoever. Now, this is just more of the same from Twitter, you know, just people getting mad at shit they shouldn't be getting mad at, you know, just finding something every single day to get on here and fucking complain about. It doesn't make any difference, because this is like the average Twitter user right here just posting some shit like this. People legitimately do get mad about shit like this, which is what blows my mind. Like, there's people with actually like lives that are so uneventful that the worst thing that happens in their life is Moist Critical plays a video game he criticized. I aspire to have that level of first world privilege, man. But anyway, let's keep talking about why this is a fucking stupid tweet in the first place. It genuinely indicates that people like have this idea in their head that like you can't consume anything you criticize, right? Like if you play Grand Theft Auto 5, for instance, you better not criticize the monetization tactics that Rockstar Games has employed in order to basically suck every last dime out of the game possible. How dare you criticize the parent company that produces your favorite video games for doing something you don't like? I think the real problem with people like this is they don't have any actual like hobbies or lives outside of like twitter.com and like watching moist critical YouTube videos. So they just get like unnecessarily upset over shit like this that doesn't matter whatsoever, and they just make points they shouldn't be making for Twitter points because other sad and pathetic people who have nothing better to be complaining about also, you know, see this and get fucking worked up or whatever, or leave a like without even critically thinking about anything they're like actually perpetuating here. Like this genuinely like kind of goes with the idea that you shouldn't criticize companies like Activision Blizzard if you play Overwatch or Call of Duty, right? Which is insane. This is a company that has had sexual assault allegations constantly levied against it, is responsible for some of the worst monetization tactics in the entire gaming industry at this point, has been known for having a toxic workplace environment. Why are they not worthy of being criticized? Oh, because you play the games that they put out, therefore you're keeping the company propped up and helping pay their bills. Like you're supposed to just let thousands of developers and artists and, you know, writers all just fucking starve because there's like 4 execs in the company that really suck, or there's like a couple policies in place that you really disagree with. Like I'm imagining someone going into Starbucks, right, who's like pro-union, and if you know anything about Starbucks, it's very anti-union. They've been trying to shut down unions, right, and they're getting a latte or something at the front counter, and then this Twitter user taps them on their fucking back, right, like, remember your tweets about Starbucks anti-union behavior? Why are you in a Starbucks? It's just fucking nonsense, and the fact that so many people agreed with this tweet actually blows my mind. But this isn't even the end of it. Here's the defense argument, right? We all consume products from companies we are aware are terrible. Almost no one gets away from that. It's not like he's ever said he won't play their games. Pretty good response, in my opinion. There are so many games, movies, and shows made by indie studios that aren't horrible cesspits you could consume instead. No one is forcing you to play Overwatch 2. Yeah, no one's forcing anyone to play any video game. The point is people still fucking enjoy things that they criticize. Like, it's insane. These people in their brain only think in black and white. Like, there's no such thing as nuance. Like, there's no such thing as, like, context or, like, developing details in a story or anything. It's just either you think A or you think B. There's no C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. There's none of that shit. It's either you're, like, acutely aware, basically, of everything this company does, you don't consume any of their products, you're staunchly against its existence in fucking any way, shape, or form, and you just have to suffer from not playing your favorite video game franchises because you don't like the way they monetized fucking Overwatch 2, or B, you have to agree with everything the company does, enjoy product, become consumer, right? There's no other options, you know? There's no other way to handle anything. That's how these people think. Like, they actually have this, like, wiring in their brain where they just can't fucking actually think like this. Like, I'm assuming most of you watching this video, right? I don't know, like, maybe you have a favorite sports team or something, right? And you disagree with the trade they made. Guess you can't be a fan of that sports team anymore because you criticized the decisions that they made. It's just genuine nonsense. And the fact that tens of thousands of people are now supporting this criticism against Moist Critical on Twitter is fucking ludicrous. Get some context, folks. Allow yourself to enjoy something for once. Get some fucking hobbies, you know? Go outside. Something, dude. Like, do you guys hate enjoying shit so much that this is really what we're doing now? And I'm not saying you can't criticize Moist Critical at all, you know? I don't know what he does. I don't know what he's doing to, you know, warrant criticism, but this just isn't it. It's just fucking mind-blowing to me, man. So, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, not criticizing Moist Critical for playing video games he criticizes, and signing out.